7 games played, undefeated, top of the table, 6 wins. What could possibly go wrong? We have had some bad news. Hello all, MikeRo Munch here. Welcome to another episode of my FM19 Blyth save, Season 2. And yes, the bad news is that Louis Lang, one of our most crucial players, is out for 6 to 7 weeks with sprained knee ligament damage. Not great. He is fundamental to how we play, and he's been in very good form this season. 7.4 as an average rating so far. So it's going to test out the squad depth a little bit. As I mentioned in the intro there, we are doing alright. We are undefeated with 6 wins out of 7. You saw the last one against Darlington. Since then we've dispatched with Stockport, Telford very convincingly 4-0, Altrincham, Spennymoor and Kidderminster. The only little blip was a 1-1 draw away at South Shields, where we just had a day where we couldn't really hit the target. It was as simple as that. Dan had a rare quiet game, but he has scored 6 goals in 7 appearances, picking up from the form that he had last year. The guy is just incredible. There's just no getting around it. I love this man. And the goals have been evenly sort of spread around elsewhere as well. Okira Simmons has got 2 in 7 appearances, as has Nessett. Sean Reed's chipped in, Jarrett Rivers. Obviously the 2 centre-backs scored in the first game that we played. So it's been a very decent start to the season, although there's a little bit of unrest about players that aren't getting in the team. But we are going to see if we can fit a few more of them in today. And today we are going to be playing 2 games, one against Stourbridge and the other one will be against... Yes, Braintree. For a minute I thought it was Whitby. But no, Braintree and Stourbridge. Didn't get to see either of them last year. Braintree got relegated from the VNL. I believe Stourbridge came up from one of the lower divisions. So it's going to be an interesting test. So, as I said, Louis Lang is not going to be fit for today. So we are going to bring in Lewis Ritson for his first start for the club. It's actually not his first performance. He's had a couple of performances in off the bench, but you can tell automatically the minute we take out Lang, we suddenly look a little bit weaker overall without that 4.5-star defender. Tommy Wood is yet to actually get a run out, but he will get a run out today. He's been complaining, as is his manager, Neil Erdley, down at Wimbledon, complaining I haven't played him enough. Connor Thompson's another player that needs to get a bit of a run out as well. So I am going to mix it up a little bit. Give me a second. Alright, so I have changed it around slightly. The starting lineup today, Mahon's in goal, Adi Pepper, Ritson, Clark and Dodds make up our back 4. Then we've got Oliver, Romario, Vieira and Lewis Horner as the midfield, as you would normally expect. Then we're going to have Simmons playing out as an inside forward on the left, with Thompson on the right, and Dan Maguire is going up front today, leading the line. Actually, I'm going to take Romario Vieira, and we're going to bring on Kieran Green. He's been complaining about a lack of game time. I'm going to play him as... I'm going to play him as the... I can't remember how you pronounce it. Carolero. There you go. I am tempted. Maybe I should have gone with the 5-2-1-2. But no, because Thompson wants to get a run out. So we'll see. They're playing an identical formation. The only player I recognise is Noble. Yeah, I know Lee Noble. I remember him from Dartford and a couple of my other saves. Decent player, so yeah, one to watch out for, but you would expect us to win this game. Alright, away we go. Our away form is pretty decent, to be fair. The only blip has been that draw away at South Shields. So home or away, it doesn't seem to matter too much this year. We've been just dandy, to be honest. We've scored the second most amount of goals in the league, or joint second along with Lymington. Alfreton have got the most, but we have only conceded 3 goals in that time. And Lymington have taken the lead already, so they look like the early title rivals to us in this season. So that's one to keep an eye out for. Keep an eye out for them. Half an hour gone. The game's very even. We dominated possession. They've had about as many chances as we have. We haven't had one highlight yet, so it's not been the most entertaining thing to commentate on. It is fair to say. And I told you today's gonna be a good test of the squad depth because we've got a lot of fixtures, and there's been well, I'm trying to rotate as much as I can. And it might be disrupting the team slightly. A couple of players haven't really impressed me. Thompson hasn't particularly impressed me. Dan's having one of his camera shy days where he's playing at 6.4. Green, yeah, he's been alright, but nothing brilliant. And yeah, it's going to be half time. And I've literally... Oh, hang on, there's a corner, but it is to Stourbridge. And they've hit the bar, and Dodds clears off the line. Well done, Double D's. Good man. Not been a brilliant performance from us there. Like I said, very, very even. I'm going to say I'm not happy either. I'm going to tell them. And what we're going to do, we are going to change it around. We are going to go to the 5-2-1-2. So it's been a while since I did this. But I'm going to take Daniel Dodds off. And we're going to go to the 5-3-2. But it looks a bit symmetric. So I've mixed it about a bit with the personnel that we've got. Horner's going to drop in as the attacking playmaker, but a little bit further forward than Oliver and Green, who was still beside him. And we're going to put Connor Thompson dropping back into a right wing back position because he can play in there. And we're going to get Okira Simmons and Dan Maguire up front together. Plays continued here. Simmons, he wrestles his defender off, hits it. What a save! Oh, right. Oh, okay. I swear he touched that. Come on, obviously the player's the third centre back, making his debut today. So we've got a few of them. Horner, back over to Green. Green hits a great ball over the top. Simmons' pace is going to get him through here. He's got to square it. He does. Dan Maguire, bang! They connect. I love it. I absolutely love it. Brilliant play by Simmons. The pace just in behind. We needed another body just up front. We've got the personnel to be able to pick these kind of balls out. That's a great ball from Green. No one's going to catch Simmons. He's easily one of the quickest players in the league. And all Dan needs to do is just head it into the corner of the net. And he does so with aplomb. Well done, boys. And he is strutting his stuff. I like it, Dan. Oh, God. Noble over a free kick. This feels very familiar. Every time I score, they get a free kick up the other end and then bend it in. Lee Noble gets his third of the season. He's the only player I recognise in that lineup, and he is just killing me. McMahon's got to save that. Oh, God's sake. So I'm going to swap it around slightly here, and we're going to drop Oliver into the centre of midfield and get him playing as the ball midfielder. Romario Vieira's coming on for Kieran Green. He's going to come on as a Mazzala, so I'm going to have two of the midfielders just attacking and bombing on, and hopefully getting into the final third to make a bit of a difference. Just under 5 minutes to go. Oh, there's a corner. Oliver whips it in. Maguire. Oh, of course. Keeper came for it. Missed it. Dan Maguire heads it in. It's 2-1. Gretchen, of course. When the time is right, Dan rises to the top. Keeper's absolutely nowhere near it. He's diving backwards to just, well, in vain. There's no point. Calm down, says Dan. I got this. Back to the top of the league. Come on, boys. 5 minutes of injury time. Where's that come from? Westlake, they're bombing forward here. I'm worried. Pochettino, what is Maurizio doing there? It's literally Maurizio Pochettino. What is he doing? What and where did that burst of pace come from? Oh, this is absolute bollocks. This is absolute bollocks. Westlake, what a pass that is. And how has he finished? What is Westlake doing? Not Westlake, what's McMahon doing there? He's looking the opposite way. Now, how has Maurizio Pochettino gone from managing Spurs to scoring the winner in the VNN? It's unreal. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. I can't believe we haven't won this. We might even lose it. Mills on the ball to Pochettino. Go away, Maurizio. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, he's offside. I need to see this. This is last minute drama. Yeah, no, he's miles off actually in hindsight. That's fine. I'll take it. But we can't keep throwing stuff like that away. I'm going to say assertively, I'm not happy. We should have played better. And the boys know it. I know it. And we are not top now. We're still unbeaten. We're the only unbeaten team in the league. But Leamington take top spot. Not good enough. Why is it? On this save, whenever I turn the camera on, there's drama. Or we just play like turd. So here we are, day of the Braintree game. They're currently 12th in the league. Our form is strong, but we are beginning to slip slightly. 2 draws in the last 5 isn't brilliant. I do feel we missed Louis laying in there, I won't lie. We felt a little bit defensively frail. So I'm going to try and keep with the best team that we can. We're going to go back to what we were working with before and what seems to have worked for us in the previous. Which is that Romario Vieira is going to play as a deep line playmaker with Horner and Oliver, so he's going to come in for Kieran Green, and we're going to get Nesset back out there on the left hand side and playing him as a winger, and then so Simmons is going to drop to the bench, even though he helped set up Dan Maguire for another goal in that game. He was pretty decent actually, to be fair. He's a bit unlucky to get dropped. He's done quite well since he came in. I'm going to drop Thompson as well and bring in Jarrett Rivers to play on the right hand side. They've got a couple of players that I think I remember. Bub. Yeah, Bradley Bob, I know. Grenadier, I remember him. I don't want to say I'm not worried, but this is another game we should be winning. I'm going to say the media have given you a lot of credit recently. Go out there and do the best. It's probably the first media chat I think I've given them throughout the entire series. So let's see how they respond to it. Oliver into Horner. Oh, Lewis Horner, what a shot, mate. Lovely bending effort into the far corner. We've taken the lead. Now, if we can just make it 2-0, that should be it. That wasn't great by Nessett there. He divided on it a little bit, but Connor Oliver gets another assist. 2 in 2 games. That's a great finish from Horner. A wonderful curling effort. Mwah, it's magnical? Mixture of magnifique and magical. Ah, magnical. I like it. 25 minutes gone, and it's been pretty comfortable, apart from that block from Ritson. We've not really had to suffer too much, and we're back on the ball again here as Horner. To Oliver, to Romario Vieira. I love that midfield triangle. Horner, back to Romario. Little dinky ball over the top. No, he plays it to Nessett. He finds Horner. Horner drives forward. Lovely, incisive ball. Dan Maguire. He cannot stop scoring. It's his 9th of the season. He just cannot stop scoring. 1 a game for Disco Dan. I absolutely love it. I love this patient football here as well. It's just Nessett, Horner, the midfield triangle. That ball from Horner is the one that really sets up. And Adi Pepra, great ball in. And Dan, just all he has to do is nod it past Killip, and we are flying. Get in. Come on. Much more like it. Leamington are losing to Telford. Come on. Yes. Remember, I need to be at least 30 points ahead with only 10 games to go. Otherwise, we're never going to win the league. Hudson smacks one over the top. Bradley Bubb keeps pulling away off Ritson. Oh, pulling off Ritson. Oh, no. There's always a level. There's always a level, and I just sink below it a little bit. Yeah, I'm so sorry to any younger viewers. If you don't know what that means, don't look it up. Don't put it in your Google search. 2-0 at the break, and we are cruising. I think it's time we rested up some of the players. I'm going to say I'm very happy with the way things are going. Keep it up, lads. Keep morale high. Jarrett Rivers has played okay, but not brilliant. I'm going to take him off. Connor Thompson's going to come on. And I'm going to give Dan a rest and bring Tommy Wood on. And let's just see what Tommy Wood does, because he hasn't really had a fair crack of the whip. And I've been told off by Neil Erdley down at AFC Wimbledon that I need to give him more of a go. So, here you go, Neil. Let's see what you can do. Good play by Ritson to find Romario Vieira, and he finds Adi Pepra. Pepra got plenty of time on the ball here. That's a lovely ball through. Wood is in. Oh, well, there you go. I might have to listen to Neil Erdley more often. Tommy Wood has got his first goal for Blyth on his loan spell, and it's another assist for Adi Pepra. This is some ball. He looks tanked. That is some ball. I mean, the swerve on that. And he hits it first time. Killip's maybe a bit unlucky not to tip that round the post, but I'm not going to complain. Tommy Wood is off and running. Get in. Lovely stuff. Corner. Nessa over it. Whips it in. Simmons. Oh, he's at the post. Unlucky, mate. He's at the crossbar. Clark. Back to Romario Vieira. It's not over yet. Romario, unlucky. Cannot believe that. Simmons would literally be on 30 seconds and have scored a goal. Would have been unbelievable if he'd scored. What a game at Kidderminster as well. They're 3-3 with Spennymoor. It was impressive that we beat Spennymoor, considering they seem to be one of the bogey teams we have in this bloody game. Horner whips one over the top. Simmons gives up the chase. Bit disappointed though. I thought he might have been able to catch that with his pace, but that is it. A 3-0 win away at Braintree. Very nice. Very comfortable. And didn't miss Lang in the slightest there. I have to say Ritson and Clark look like the makings of a good partnership. But the minute Lang's fit, will be back in because he's incredible. But yeah, that's good. We're back to the top of the table. Tommy Wood's off the mark. A decent finish to the episode. Just a little bit disappointed that we had that draw in the first one. Adi Pepra gets man of the match, and I'm going to praise him actually as well and say your passing was a joy to behold. He loves it. I love it. Not bad. Not bad. In the spirit of continuing to go quietly, quite quickly through the save, I think we should come back maybe around about November time. We'll come back for Leamington, because obviously they seem to be very much wrapped up in our title race. That gives us another like 6 games off camera. So we'll come back for Leamington and maybe Bradford, PA, which I think would be very decent. I think the FA Cup might fall in and around that as well. So if there's a good FA Cup tie, I think it falls in this sort of period here. So we'll have a look at that. But either way, very, very excited. It's been a good start to the season. Season 2, we're rolling through it quite quickly, which is what I wanted. And more importantly, we're top of the table. And let's face it, if we're there at the end of the season, that's all that matters. Thank you so much for watching the episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please do like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you come out for another episode of my Blyth Save. And until I see you there, stay cool.